Hello everyone. We're wearing tea towels on our heads because we're dressing up with our shepherd's head covering. Because at this time of year, we all like to do nativity plays where we dress up as characters in the story of when Jesus was born. It's great, you know, and folks come to see it and it's all very exciting, isn't it? Yeah, but sadly, this year, now we can't do them like we usually do, can we? Sadly, this year, we're not able to do our nativity plays. So we had an idea. We thought that one way we could do our nativity plays would be to make and use little puppets. Yes, of course, I can see the irony. But anyway, we thought it would be a really good idea to make and use little puppets. And we thought that if we showed you how to do that, you could do it at home. So what we're going to do is, oh, are you going to go off and get the ones that we made earlier? Okay, hold on. He's just going to go off and get the ones that we made earlier. Off you go, Bernard. Okay, so very simple to make. All you need is a quarter of a circle like that. Now, there's different ways you could do it. You could take a piece of paper like this, and if you fold it into 4 and then cut out a corner of a circle. You have to be a bit skilled, I suppose, in the drawing of it, but if you draw and cut out a corner of a circle, if you've got a pair of compasses, you could do that. Some of you clever folks will have that. Or the other way of doing it is to get a tin that is about the width of one of those bits of paper, about 20 centimeters across, the diameter, 20 centimeters across. Draw around the tin and cut out a circle. And then if you fold that circle into 4 quarters and cut those out, you've actually got the makings there, if you do that, of 4 puppets. So you get a few extra out of that. And what you then do is you take your quarter circle and you need to turn it into a cone. Bit like the sort of thing that you might have had chips in, or you might have had ice cream in, you know, a cornet, that sort of thing. You do that by just putting a bit of tape on there, and there is your pointy cone. Now, one little tip, I'm going to take a step back. Before you do that, you might want to think about what you're going to have on there. If you're going to make a shepherd, you might want to make some stripes, like sometimes the shepherds wear in nativity costumes, or you might want to put, I don't know, you might want to put a pocket. I don't know what shepherds would carry in their pockets, that sort of thing on there. It's one of those things where once you've made one, you then figure out some of the tricksy bits about making one. So the other thing is, if you're drawing on the body, don't put anything in the top half, in the pointy bit. You'll see why in a moment, but I'm just going to do some very simple stripes on this one because we need to press on. So there you go, some very simple stripes. And then once you've done that, you turn it into your cone. Now, once you've made your cone, you will need to snip off the top bit, about 3 centimeters off the top. And that there now, that is your puppet body, your nativity character body. So you'll be using that to make your nativity character body. You'll be folding it, sticking it, snipping it, And that will be your nativity character body. Got that bit? Great. What you now need to do is draw the face. So you get a piece of paper and you draw around a 2p piece, because that's the size of your face. And you use that as your outline. So make it a bit faint, and on it you draw a face. So I'm drawing a shepherd. So I'm going to give my shepherd quite a nice beard, a bit bigger than mine. And I'm going to give the head covering that Bernard and I were wearing. You know, that's the sort of thing. You can just do whatever sort of face you would normally draw. I want mine to look a bit amazed because of all the angels. So I'm going to give a mouth going, ooh. Always put an expression in a mirror to make your face, because you draw the expression that you see in the mirror. Then you cut round that. So now you've got your face and you've got your body, and you stick the face onto the body. And here's one that I did earlier, just sticking the face onto the cone body that I made. That's pretty much it, you know. If you had a few of those, you could do a nativity play, really, couldn't you? Because basically I can see that that's a shepherd. Now, of course, there are other things you can do. You can add arms. If you're going to add arms, then all you're doing is you're making, again, a 2p piece and doing an arm about the size of a 2p piece. We've put some instructions for all this on our diocese website. So if you go to www.sheffield.anglican.org/education, that's www.sheffield.anglican.org/education, you will find the instructions there. And hello, you're back, are you? Come on, come and say hello to everybody. We've been quite busy while you've been away. And what have you brought there? So Bernard has brought with him the ones that we made earlier. And the great thing, you see, about the story of Jesus being born, it is, isn't it? It's just full of all these characters. We've got our Mary and Joseph there. Oh, I don't know if you can see. Look, there's a finished shepherd. And of course, what I've done is I've made my arms, and you can see how we stick the arms on at the side. But also, I figured out how I could add one of those shepherd's crooks. So I just made one of those and put a shepherd's crook on, yeah? And then Bernard, you made an angel, didn't you? There we go. There's Bernard's angel. Let's put the angel up front there. Okay. So there's the angel, yeah. Let's move the angel out of the way a moment. Is that all right? Yeah, because, we've got our 3 wise people, okay. Sometimes referred to as the kings. I wonder who you will make. Yeah, we've got our 3 wise people, that lovely story in Matthew, in the time of King Herod, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea. Wise people came from the east to Jerusalem. They asked, "Where is the child who's been born, the King of the Jews? For we observed his star at its rising, and we have come to pay homage." And I tell you what I made. Yeah, I made one earlier. Look, I've made an innkeeper. There, see my little innkeeper there? And I worked out how to attach some arms. It's just like doing art and craft at school. You work out how to do things. So I made an innkeeper, yeah. Yeah, I suppose it does look a little bit like you, doesn't it? But you decide who you want to make, and you decide how you're going to design your character. But why? Why do we do all this at this time of year? Why do we make our Josephs and our angels? Well, in the story of Jesus, all these characters, they all gather for the birth of Jesus, and they all gather around Jesus. And through thinking about these characters, we think that it can get us all excited and help us to think about Jesus and his story. So the question is, who are you going to make? And what little designs might you come up with? Whichever character you do make, have a wonderful Christmas. May the joy of the angels, the gladness of the shepherds, the worship of the wise people, and the peace of the Christ child be yours this Christmas. Amen. Bye.